memory. Memories of a dark place, lying in the crib, lights out. Outside this space of darkness, the screams of fighting. The gods are at it again. My pleas go unheard, yet I, even through my fears, and unable to speak, learn the sharpness of words. The louder, the more effective. Like knives carving an image in stone, my newfound mind, barely a month old, gets its first taste of its first color, black. Yet as darkness sinks in and fades somewhere in the recesses of mind and soul, I awaken again to a new day and a new light. Little did I know it wouldn't last.
That is cool.
And that was the start. That was my birth. And I went into describing where my name came from and all that, you know. But that was kind of what it was like, because the dying process, if you want to call it that, when I say came to life, when I experienced the light, it was the same as my birth, you see, and that's what I think that people, there was nothing. All the stuff in between ended up being nothing more than just the story, like you say, you know. And at the beginning, the only thing that was important and the only thing that was understood was the love, but at the end it was the same, you know. So it's so I thought that you know, to describe that as far as because I have memories that of in the crib, you know. I have,
So do I.
Yeah, I have memories of being in my crib and things happening.
Are you sure you're not me?
I think we might
At,
be.
how old are you?
I'm 46.
46. Let me tell you the strangest dream I ever had during an altered state. I could have sworn I was my son.
Uh,
I'm not kidding.
no.
I'm not kidding. I was my son.
That's interesting.
That's really bizarre.
I was on mushrooms and I called my son Dad. I said, I love you, brother. And then I was like, brother, son, Dad. And he laughed and we hugged each other. You know,
The funny thing is that I've taken the attitude, you know, in order to talk to people, you know, I couldn't say that to most anybody around here. I have a 1 foot into what the standard is called normal, okay? Because I know normal real well. Okay, real well. What people consider to be normal. I know how to dot the I's, cross the T's, you know, bow before the Queen, or kneel, or whatever the fuck they do. I'll have to catch up on my etiquette, okay? But I know.
Please don't. We need to bend some.
See, that's the thing. But if somebody came in here and we had gone into altered state reality doing improv as a cover for an energy rising. See, I can explain this to you.
No, I know power raising
if you get your vibrations up, you can leave the norm. And you can go up high enough, and I've taken people with me.
Oh yeah, I have too.
Okay. And I don't mean stoned.
No, I mean totally straight, being unconscious, instant consciousness.
Right.
When somebody else realizes it, they trip. They pull right away from it.
Right. What I want to do is I want to take a whole bunch of people, not just a couple people. I've only been able to take, usually I take one at a time because I haven't found anybody that can connect in that way. It's
not in a group. It's hard.
Yeah, it's real hard.
one to one, it's a little bit easier because you have that focused energy from the other person sometimes.
Right.
And
there's also fear connected with it too. If there's any fear at all, it just bangs you back. It just brings you back into the.
Because I brought people to that level and had them once they felt it and became conscious. Whoa! I mean, I've had reactions that people came right out.
Right. Usually, it can work with people that are been really fucked up before.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? I mean,
yeah, because they've been open to.
Well, when you see walls melt, and you see things coming out of the woodwork, and you see faces, and that's one of the reasons why I'd like to try DMT. I've never tried DMT.
Let's get offered mushrooms today, actually.
You know what DMT is,
right? I did a DMT ritual this last summer, actually, first one.
You did one?
Yeah.
Because they say it only lasts a couple minutes, and then it's
it was
like
intense. Yeah, it was a very intense experience. I told you about this. Remember, I laid down after I took a couple pops of it. I laid down and started going into my trip, and a guy in the tent next to me started fucking his old lady. So I went into this DMT trip with this, like she was right into it, but I was terrible timing for that. But it was all, I mean, it was all good. Everything was good, but it was just weird. It was
Yeah.
weird.
And the other thing, mentioning that, see, if somebody would say that and say, oh, a fucking old lady. See, it's all judgment. If you have any judgment, okay, that holds you right smack on the ground.
No, there was no judgment. It was part of the experience.
Yeah, but I had to mention that because we're trying to explain it to the normals.
Yeah.
Okay? Because what's normal is what keeps them rooted right on the ground. And what's normal is their reaction causing a chain reaction to, if they're vibrating at a frequency of less than love, then they encounter conflicts. And that conflict can rise just by going up. That's why you can become invisible if you're love, because your vibrational frequency goes up. You've got no business where you are to meet anybody, do anything, be any place, have any time. All of it's dropped. You can become invisible, walk right through a crowd. And they won't even see you. Now, I've said before you can become invisible, and the last time we talked about it, I said, well, they'll see a body. But no, they won't even see a body. They won't even see a body. It's not that they're passing through you. It's just that they're unaware. What it creates a space for you to walk through. Because I had an experience when I was in that state, that higher frequency. Somebody told me later that they were healed of something. Okay, I'm not taking any credit for it because I can't take any credit for where I went. There wasn't anybody to do anything, okay? The self, again, the universe there was a singularity when I saw all of it, not a flash before my eyes, because there weren't any eyes, there was just a flash. That's all I remember.
I like to refer to it as like a spark, an ignition. That's what it was like for me. It was like an explosion almost, a spark.
Right.
That's what that experience was for me.
Oh, I've discovered some new stuff. I've discovered that I can do a single video, and this thing can then go on Google Hangouts as a trailer that's an introduction to a continuing live show, and I don't have to release this video until I decide to. It's private.
Oh, really? So you create a private
So I can create a private showing
and introduce
and
it
then
into
here's what's cool. What's cool is that the Mr. Bridges Neighborhood stuff that I used to do, I would do the ending of the Mr. Bridges episode because now I had just lived it. But in the video, you take the ending, knowing what had happened, and you do an introduction to what's about to happen.
Right.
And you just move it over here to the beginning.
So the ending and the beginning are the same.
No, I'm privy to what had happened, and then describe what the video is about that we're about to go into, giving them some highlights if the video is any good, right? And describe what they're about to see. But you see, that's at the end of the video because I already know what happened. Because even in a video, I don't know what's going to happen. I have no clue. But when you're done with it, you can look back and say, okay, that's what that is, and then introduce it as though it's about to happen. See? It's all illusion. It's all how you take the placement of the order of the story. It's like if you watched a movie, which sometimes they do these movies about the movie and about how it was produced. Have they done a movie yet where right in the middle of it they rudely interrupt where the chick or the special effects happen and the chick's throat is sliced? And they have all those frames of all the things that happens, oh my God, they slit her throat, or, all the reactions. But right as her throat is slit, right at the point where they've sucked you in, it's like, what are they going to do with her? I don't know what's going to happen. Oh my God, they slit her throat. What a waste of a good fuck. Holy shit. And then right as her throat is cut, the director goes, cut, lunch. What do you want, Mary? And she comes
it just diffuses the whole fucking build-up.
That's what I want to
Mm-hmm.
do. I haven't seen a movie like that. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure they've already done it, but I come out with shit. Here's the weird thing. I come out with shit, and then I see it.
Mm-hmm.
I used to listen to the Prairie Home Companion. Have you ever heard it?
Mm-hmm.
Prairie Home Companion's been on over 30 years, okay? Garrison Keillor has kept it alive for over 30 years, and the idea that he had was he rented a theater, got some friends together, and produced the first Prairie Home Companion. Make a long story short, it got picked up by NPR radio because it's radio. I never saw Garrison Keillor's image for 3 years until I went and looked it up on the internet. I couldn't imagine that that's the man whose voice was coming out of
looked the
that.
part, huh?
Hey, my mother always told me I had a perfect face for radio. For radio, yeah. Perfect face for radio. Now this guy didn't look anything like
a radio face.
I imagined him.
Yeah.
He really didn't.
Yeah, because even inflections and tones and stuff like that can really. Because I had a friend, this African American guy that I was in federal prison with, and I went to the bathroom. Well, one of our we were a little crew, worked together, and this white guy that worked on the crew went in the bathroom after me. I'm in a stall using the bathroom, and the guy next to me, he comes in, he starts talking like he's inner city black guy, but he's a white guy. So he's talking to me, he goes, yo man, like talking like he's rapping or whatever. And so I go back to the work, and I didn't know what it was. I gave the guy some shit, and he left before I could get out of the stall. He was like giving me shit, so I got out of the stall. He was already gone. So I go back to my workstation, and they're all sitting around chuckling and stuff. And I said, all right. I said, who the fuck did that? Started shit in the bathroom, and my buddy, they called him Black. He was real dark Nigerian, actually. He wasn't not African American, but he was Nigerian, and he says. So I said, yeah, some black guy was in the bathroom. He goes, oh really? He goes, black guy, huh? He goes, that's how we all go to jail. He said, the black guy. He says, and I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, I said, you sure it was a black guy? I said, yeah, it sounded like a black guy. Oh, it sounded like a black guy, huh? It's always the black guy. He said, he gave me shit. Come to find out it was a white guy in the crew that come in and said that, was talking. So I was like, totally, the voice itself did not match my imagination, association, and so I get a little rash of shit for that, but.
My invention. This was originally installed when my legs were supposed to be elevated.
Oh, to elevate your legs?
And this is a little bit long.
So what's going on with you health-wise, man?
I'm getting better.
You are?
Oh, yeah.
Regeneration.
I only had a few hours. See, what I realized when the practitioner told me when I was in hell, and that's because there was no love there, because I had been duped by the illusion. I mean, you have to go to the extreme to bounce back. I got spit out. I got burped out of the whale's belly.
Yeah.
Okay, because even Jesus has the keys to Hades too. Of course, he's just a symbol. Okay, it's just a story, but you see.
Yeah, but a lot of truth in it, though. The Father and I are one. It makes sense to me.
Right.
People don't get that.
Right. They have, but because they're more into stories than they are into the vibes. The vibe is the thing, which is you lose the vibe when you get too earthbound. If you can be, see, that's the weird thing. In my experience, the earthbound part is a part that is the contrast to remind you, like every time I get a pain or an ache or have to deal with something physical, rather than complaining, it reminds me of the worst thing that happened in my life, and it beat out breaking my neck in a car accident. Did I ever tell you about the car accident?
No, I heard you broke your neck.
I escaped from AMHI, which is the acronym, which I think is beautiful in my dream. AMHI, AMHI. or am high, H-I-G-H. But
Mm-hmm.
either way, it's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't exist anymore.
So would you steal a vehicle, too?
What happened is I was doing some strange shit, okay, because I love blowing minds, and unfortunately my mother made a judgment on me. And, you know, your relationship between your mother, it's like a kid that says, no, mother, you know, now stop treating me like a child. I'm a fully grown man. And she's not stopping. So you resist and you say, you know, just heighten it, you know, and go, you know, at some point you're going to fucking get a clue and stop treating me like a child. And so, you know,
the letting go process.
yeah, and the kid, you know, rebels and says, you're going to let go of me one way or another, you know. You're going to let go of me. You're going to let me free. Now, that was the state of mind I had, so I said things that, you know, she took seriously. Like I said, I'm going to go down. We were in Kennebunkport, you know, where President Bush's cottage is. Cottage. And I said, I'm going to go down and jump off the bridge. Well, immediately, it's like wearing a jacuzzi suit like I do. And if you make people believe it's a diaper is associated with shit. So, ew, you're wearing a diaper, right? So if I said I'm going to jump off the bridge, what do people do that are nuts? They jump off the bridge and kill themselves, right? So there's an association there, but that's not, she took the context as that she was worried about me because I was fucking with her head. If you've seen me fuck with people's heads around here, you should see that you fuck with your mother's head and you know how far to push her because she's taught you how to push all the fucking buttons so you push them back. Only it cost me Hey, Joan.
Hey, Joel. This is Joan. Would you like an order today?
I'm sorry I got sidetracked last time you called me.
Did you? That's okay.
Yeah.
You know, I just figured you either didn't or, you know, you were busy or whatever, and I just figured I'd try again today.
All right.
If
Well,
you do, that's fine. If you don't, I get out earlier.
All right. Well, thank you. I would like. Do you have any specials running? Do you know what they are?
Yep. The 12th through the 17th. We got chicken leg quarters. We got house tomatoes for $1.59.
All right, let's go with some of those.
Okay. Let me
2
get
pounds.
the pad here.
How much were they? That's a good price.
$1.59 a pound.
The ones that we were trying to get.
Well, these are imported ones. They're not the ones from Madison. They're imported, but they look like the same type of stuff. They're, you know, the cluster ones. Oops. No, they're big, huge ones.
Wow.
They're big, round tomato. Make one slice per sandwich.
Yeah. Let's go with a couple.
I had to go in and look, but it means that one tomato is going to weigh a lot, though, too.
Right.
Mhm.
All right. Well, how about a couple pounds?
Okay. 2 pounds.
Any?
All right, let me tell you what else we got. Ketchup,
Nope.
ice cream, Friendly's ice cream.
Yeah, Friendly's. How much?
Friendly's?
Yeah.
Two of them for $5, so it'd be $2.50 a piece.
Okay. What flavors?
Well, we got mint chocolate chip, we got natural vanilla bean, we got royal banana split, we've got black raspberry, and just regular vanilla.
What flavor appeals to you?
I like black raspberry.
Black raspberry.
Okay.
No.
I'll move that into a parking space here. Okay.
And banana split.
Joe?
Yeah, banana split.
Oh, you want a banana split too? Okay, black raspberries and banana split. Yes.
Okay.
That is a good one. I like that one.
Anything else?
Banana split. Yep.
What else?
Let me see. Back covers got stew beef, ground turkey, natural casing franks, for
Anything you want on there, so they can pay for it with
bacon for $3.49. For produce, we've got navel oranges, 79 cents each.
How about tangerines?
I don't, not on the sale thing.
Okay.
Looking to see. Nope, no tangerines.
Okay.
We got some called Mineolas.
What are those?
Well, it's more like a full orange size, and it's got instead of an innie, it's got an outie. As far as the navel is concerned, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where the stem goes, it kind of looks a little bit like a top of a squash or something.
Yeah. How much are they?
Got an outie. $1.09 each.
Well, I'll try one of those.
Okay.
You know me, we had that discussion last time. Anything new or anything you think I might like, you know. So.
Yep. I'm looking around here. We got a coconut.
Oh yeah, let's go with a coconut.
You'll skip the coconut, huh? Okay.
No.
Yeah. Other than that, for produce, there's bucklet pears, and there's some. Well, this is something you might like. Bosch pears. It's kind of a brownish pear, and it's long and elongated. But it's got a kind of different flavor to it. We just have a tree behind our house in Rhode Island. But they have them up here occasionally on the produce section. So
Okay, let's.
You want to try one of those?
Yeah,
It's
sure.
$1.49 a pound, so one should be maybe 80 cents. Maybe.
Okay, let's go to the munchies. How about some chocolate chip cookies?
Okay, we've got those. Yes, we do.
Okay, and
She missed the coconut.
did she get my half and half? I wonder.
She didn't catch the coconut.
Oh, the coconut. I'll take a coconut.
Okay,
Yeah,
do you want to know the price on that?
What's that?
You got a lot of
I
half
said,
and
would
half.
you like to know the price on that coconut?
No, that doesn't matter.
Okay.
Is it really expensive?
No, $2. $2.19.
I'm trusting you to tell me when I'm being ripped off, Joan.
Sometimes I don't know, but no, that sounds all right to me. $2.19, $2 these days won't get you much. Okay,
Yeah.
got a coconut in there.
What did they use?
One Mineola and one pear, and chocolate chip cookies, and I'm going to have ice cream and tomatoes.
Yeah. Now, how about those? What do I usually get? Those turnovers or whatever they're called.
Yes, I will go look. There's an apple pie on sale for $3.99 in the flyer.
An apple pie. Well, let's go with an apple pie.
Pile them over.
Okay. Yeah, and your turnovers are here too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How about a blueberry?
Okay, wait a minute. I get over here to the pies, and it says apple pies are out of stock until Thursday.
Oh dear.
a.m.
Okay.
But there's a pumpkin and a red raspberry here, and it's placed for the same price.
All right, let's go with a pumpkin.
Okay. And you want some turnovers?
Hey, do you have the eclairs?
I don't see any. We only have those once in a while, I think, when they run them on special.
Okay, let's go with a blueberry turnover. Is that what you said they are?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was a blueberry one there. I'll go back and check.
All right.
Yep, blueberry.
All right, cool.
Okay.
I'm probably forgetting something.
How about half and half? Do you get that sometimes?
Yeah, I just picked my ex-wife just picked it up an hour ago.
Okay, 'cause we had it for $1.99 Oakhurst quart.
Really? Well, maybe I ought to get another one. I'll just freeze it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let me see, what else have we got? Graham crackers, 2 for $5. Sure, fine honey grahams. What else? Relish, mustard, ketchup, mayonnaise. You know, for the outings.
Oh, tuna fish. I need some tuna fish.
Tuna fish?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if we got any. No, none on the flyer. So let me go tell you what the price is of the tuna fish.
Yeah, it was a really good poem, by the way. We'll get back to this.